How can figurative language and imagery impact the reader? Figurative language is an excellent way to engage your reader. It is often non-literal and often has a different meaning to the way the words actually read. It can build a picture in the reader's head. It often appeals to the reader's senses, it can be emotive, and it makes writing more interesting. Similes, metaphors, and personification are examples of figurative language. Let's start with similes. Similes are used to compare two things to each other using as, like, as if, or as though. With a song as happy as summer, the robin sang from the top of the tree. The polar bear's eyes were like pebbles in the snow. Now let's look at metaphors. A metaphor is when the writer expresses something as something else. The boxes of anticipation were nestled under the tree. The red soldiers protected their contents. Personification. Personification is where a non-human object is given human characteristics, so it appears it can think, feel, and do. The tree let go of its daggers and watched in amusement. The lights winked at their audience. We can also use imagery to have an impact on the reader. Imagery helps the reader to imagine the smell, taste, touch, sight, and sound of the scene the author is describing. Usually, imagery is written through similes, metaphors, and personification. The smell of the pine needles assaulted my nostrils. The flashing lights made my mind swirl. The noise of the carol singers made my ears bleed. I could taste the dry turkey in my mouth for days after Christmas. The pine needles stabbed my bare feet like tiny soldiers attacking a giant. So we can use similes, metaphors, personification, and imagery to have an impact on the reader.